FasTrax webinar. This is a weekly event we do every Friday at 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern, where we go over various topics of the FasTrax software. These events can be seen at our website, goftx.com. Choose the FTX Lifeline button at the top of the screen. Scroll down just a bit and look for that webinar button. And on this page, you can sign up for the newsletter that lets you know of upcoming FasTrax news and upcoming webinars, as well as see a listing of our upcoming webinars to register for, and a listing of all of our previous webinars where you can view the recording. Talking about a feature in the retail software that helps keep tasks in order between corporate and store. The excuse of "I forgot" can't be used anymore. This is going to be the to-do list, and it's a very simple thing to utilize. So when you're in corporate mode at Director, as soon as you log into Director, you're in that dashboard module. That's the first page you see. You can go to the to-do list tab, and this tab will allow you to basically create tasks that get sent down to all stores or specific stores. Those stores are going to be notified on the POS, and until that task is done, there's going to be that area of that glyph on the POS screen lit up with the number of tasks waiting for them to complete. So there's no way to actually miss that. So when you're creating a to-do list, this is the screen you're going to be on, and there's going to be a couple areas on the screen we're going to talk about. So first and foremost, you have the filter here for the tasks that's going to show up in the grid. Are you wanting to view all stores or individual stores? So just choose one of those options and then choose the refresh button, and then if for that store, it's going to show up in this filter down here. Now you have the option to create a new task, edit the task if there's one that's selected, and then delete a task. At the very bottom, you're going to have the completed task area. So any tasks that have been previously sent down and completed, as in sent up to corporate from the store, just simply choose the filter down here, choose the completed task button, and then it's going to show up. So let's go ahead and let's create a brand new task to send down to the store. I'm going to choose new task. I'm going to choose the store that I want this to go to. I'm going to leave this of once because this is going to be a one-time task. Let's go to description. Make sure the sanitizers are in place. So I've got my description. I've got some additional notes for that task, and then use the save button. And that's going to create that task that needs to be sent down to the store level. Now, if I need to edit that, I can do so. If I need to end up deleting that and then recreate it, I can do so. But now that I've got this made, I need to send this to that store. So I'm going to go to the queue, and it's going to be like just any other record. There's a to-do list update type. I'm going to send that down. That'll get sent to my store. And then at this point, corporate is done with that task until it gets sent back from the store level. So the store has to do their part now. So I'm going to open a virtual machine here, and this is my store. So I'm going to open my point of sale, and we're going to look at how this actually looks in the POS. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to log in. Okay, so then you have your current to-do list. So this is one area. You can see this on the home screen. It's going to show up by default if there's any kind of task to do, as well as, most importantly, when you're in the POS and you're working, anytime you get a new to-do list task, it's going to light that glyph up right below messages. And until that task is complete, it's going to stay lit up with the number of tasks to do. Now, that's letting us know there's one to do. Now, I can go in here and I can view that. But if I just close out of it, notice it doesn't go away. It's not going to go away until I actually complete that task. So there's no way for me to actually forget. it should be pretty much protocol for cashiers that if there is anything in this to-do list here, to make sure that they review it and complete it, because this is going to stay lit up blue with the number of tasks to do until they're actually marked as complete. So I'm going to go back to the home screen here, and we're going to view the details of this. So here we can see there's the description that I put into corporate. It was sent today. And then there's the additional details I'd sent from corporate. Now, I can print this out for my printer. If I cancel, I'm just effectively closing it without doing anything. But if I'm ready to complete the task, I can put in my notes as the cashier. So now that I've done that task, I'm going to choose the close complete. And that's going to send that back to corporate. And notice it's gone here. That task has been completed. Now I can view my completed task if I choose that show finished option. And that's going to show all my tasks that I've done that are marked as complete. If I go back into the POS here, we can see that glyph is now back white with the number 0 there. There's no pending task to do. So back in Director, when I go to my to-do list area in the dashboard, notice this task is now gone that I'd created. If I want to view that, I'll choose the completed task button here, and then I can view that. I can see my notes, what I'd put, and then I can see what the store notes were. And I can say that that is actually completed. Now let's say that I wanted to have a reoccurring task, something that occurs every day, everything. I wouldn't want to have to go in here and I wouldn't have to create this every single time. That would get very tedious. Well, if you go to the Scheduled tab here and then choose the new task, this allows you to create a reoccurring to-do list task. So I can have this run daily. I can have this run on weekdays. I can have it run weekly on a specific day. And then I would just choose the time. So if I say do this weekdays, let's do it weekly on Thursdays. We run this at 6 o'clock. So if I had this task and I chose save, what it's going to do is on Thursdays at 6 a.m., the system is going to automatically send this down to the store. You won't have to actually go to the queue. So then the store, every Thursday after 6 a.m., whenever they are in their POS, that little glyph is going to light up with the next number that's being used, and they're going to have that task awaiting them. And then they would close and complete that with their notes just like any normal task. So that's how you'd actually schedule the to-do list tasks. Now there's also the options to, if you didn't want to manually create everything, you can go to the inventory module, and there's certain areas of inventory you can do to quickly make a task. So if I go to like my inventory, at corporate, obviously you can't do an inventory because inventory doesn't exist at corporate. You want the stores to do inventories. Well, what if you need to remind them? They're supposed to do something today and they haven't done it yet. Well, you can do this add to do. I would choose my definition. I would choose that add to do. I would choose the store that I want. Let's change the description cycle count on 6. So I've got my notes in place. I'm going to choose save. I'm going to go to my queue, and I'm going to send that down. And then here in my store, I'm going to have, there's my to-do list. And then here's where it gives me perform my count. I can close and complete that like normal. Now, if I wanted to stay like one step ahead of the curve, I could actually schedule that to go out. That's where I would probably go into my dashboard, my to-do list, and then send that reminder, say their counts are supposed to be done every Monday on cigarettes. I could have this scheduled to go out on Mondays at 6 o'clock in the morning as a reminder. That way I'm not behind the barrel. But that's how the to-do list works. It's a simple way to ensure that repetitive tasks that need to be done daily, weekly, specific days of the week, those won't be forgotten. It's just a quick way to remind and make sure that any users of the point of sale, they're going to have that reminder visually in front of them. I hope everybody learned something new today. Once again, you can see a little at our website, goftx.com. Once this page loads, choose that FTX Lifeline tab at the top of the page. Scroll down just a bit and look for the webinars. Choose that webinars button. And then this page will let you see a list of our upcoming webinars that you can register for. You can sign up for the newsletter to be notified of upcoming webinars and other FasTrax news, and then view previous webinars by choosing that view recording button. If you have any questions on this topic, let us know at websupport@fasttraxpos.com. And if you have any see in a future webinar, let us know at info@goftx.com. Thank you, and have a great weekend.